everybody, it's Chef Grace here. Today we are bringing you one of my fall favorites. Better than pumpkin spice latte, better than pumpkin pie, pumpkin oatmeal bars. Don't believe me? Let's try the recipe for yourself. Let's go. Alright, the first step is to prepare all of our ingredients and to set up our cooking equipment. So I have already preheated the oven and now I am going to grease up my tin using our wrapper from our butter. Alright, doing this makes sure that our super delicious oatmeal bars aren't going to stick to our pan. Alright, after we have greased our pan, we are bringing out the big bowl. And we are first going to combine our dry ingredients together. So that means our oats, our brown sugar, our baking soda, and our salt. I'm gonna mix them all into this bowl right here. I'm gonna swap that out. All right, and we are going to use our whisk to mix it up so we don't get any chunks once we add it to our wet ingredients. All right, that's combined enough, so we will swap it back out, bring our big bowl back. We're going to add our wet ingredients. So that means our milk, putting that in there. Our melted butter. Ooh, that's going everywhere. Our vanilla, and we are cracking our 2 eggs like you already know how to, you egg cracking geniuses. Now if you get a little shell in there, remember our little hack where you can use the eggshell to scoop out any bits that are left in there. And we are going to stir it up. You can use your mixing spoon or your whisk for this, whatever works better. Just make sure you get the egg yolks all broken up so you have one nice consistent colored mixture. Alright, once that is mixed up, we are going to open our can of pumpkin. Now for many of you, using a can opener might be a new thing, so we are going to run you past that, or you can watch the video linked in this week's video stuff. So, here's our can opener. We are going to make it so these 2 little gears right here, so these 2 gears hook up with the edge of our can. Click it together and just crank it all the way around until it pops off. Now we're going to have some sharp metal edges, so with the parents' permission, or very, very carefully, we are going to take off our metal top and put it aside. And here is our canned pumpkin. I always associate pumpkin with the fall, and that's because pumpkins grow in the fall. This will be an awesome recipe to make when it comes September, October, November, because I always think of pumpkin spice lattes, carving pumpkins. This is going to be a super great recipe to save for Halloween. We're gonna mix it all up one more time to get everything super combined. And now we are going to very gently add our dry ingredient mixture to our wet ingredients. And in our dry ingredients, we have our carbohydrates here, like Bree the bee told us about. So we have our oats. Those are gonna give us the energy we need to run around and play and dance. I'm gonna mix it in little chunks. And once it's basically combined, we are going to fold in our dried fruits. Just like we folded in our chocolate chips when we made our chocolate chip cookies, we are going to fold in our dried fruits. And these dried fruits are going to add an extra little bit of nutrition, and they're also going to add some sweetness and some more texture to our pumpkin oatmeal bars. Alright, once it's evenly combined, I'm going to go back and get my 8x8 cooking dish, and we are going to pour that in there. Alright, we love a clean workstation, so now we are ready to put our pumpkin oatmeal mixture into our greased or buttered dish. I'm going to pour away from me. This would also be a really great time to have a helper or a friend. In order for this to cook as evenly as possible, we are going to use the back of our spoon to spread it out so it meets all of the edges and we get a nice flat surface. And if you want to save a couple of raisins too, you can sprinkle those on the top You make a fun little design, spell your name, make a smiley face, do whatever you want. That could be a great opportunity for some beautiful presentation. All right, and once you have a nice flat surface, we are going to put our beautiful bars into our preheated oven for 35 to 40 minutes. Let's go. Don't forget your oven mitts. All right, we are taking this bad boy to the oven. All right, we're gonna put it on the middle shelf. Stick that in there, watch your elbows. Whoop. Bye. I am super excited to take these out of the oven. All right, open that up. Smells so good. Make sure you have an adult supervision when you're taking it out of the oven. We're gonna see how it is. I'm so excited. All right, with our hot pad down, we are going to see if our baked oatmeal bars are ready to eat. You can't always tell if it's cooked on the inside or not, so we are going to use the fork test. This just means we are going to put our fork in the very middle. And when we pull it out, see if any crumbs come out, and that's how you can tell if it's ready or not. So I'm seeing some crumbs come out, but it's more liquidy than it is crummy. So we're probably gonna put it back in the oven for around 5 minutes, see how it is, do a fork test again, and then if it's good, we're gonna make sure to turn the oven off. All right, I'll be right back. All right, 5 minutes later, we have cooked our baked oatmeal bars again, and we are going to use our knife with adult supervision and cut it into little squares. These are super great, not only for dessert, but also for breakfast. Get your carbs in early for the day so you have energy to run and play and do all the stuff that you do. All right, now I love a good corner piece, so that's what I'm gonna take for myself. Okay, look at that, that looks so good. I am super excited for these. All right, the best part of cooking is to taste your delicious meal. So I'm gonna take a big old bite. Yeah, really big bite. That is super good. I love the sweetness that you get from the raisins. The pumpkininess reminds me of fall, and I'm super excited to be able to make these when the pumpkins are in season. These store really well, just out on the counter covered, but if you want to eat them warm, you can serve them up in the microwave for like 30 to 45 seconds and share it with your friends. Thanks for tuning in.